everybody, and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie, Esther here, and today Dead by Daylight announced that the Design a Cosmetic contest is back. What's a Dead by Daylight anniversary celebration without our favorite Design a Cosmetic contest? 4 winners per category will see their creations in-game. Submit your masterpieces by July 24th at this link. I'll have the link in the description so that you can easily find where to submit your entries. See contest page for terms and conditions. Many of you may be echoing this sentiment here. We still don't have all the cosmetics from last year's contest. Well, they did run the contest almost a month later than they are doing it now, and they expanded the scope of last year's contest. Instead of just 4 winners in 4 categories, they wound up making 4 winners in each category. So that set them a bit behind on the creation of all the winning designs still to come. Dead by Daylight says, we allowed for more winners last year than for previous years, and we announced that the winning creations would be added in-game over the span of multiple releases. There's more to come, so probably in each rift, you're going to see them catch up on the last year's winners. I know lots of people are waiting for last year's stuff, but just have to be patient with them. As I said, the contest last year was about a month later than it is now, so they're playing catch up on all of that. And also be aware that before you get too excited, if you live outside of the scope of these 6 nations, you won't be able to enter. This isn't new information. This is something that they have done every year just due to contest regulations. Actually, the one thing that is new is normally Canada would say, in parentheses, excluding Quebec, because Quebec has such stringent contest rules that it made it mandatory for them to exclude Quebec as part of Canada from the entry system. I'm not sure why that isn't here now, unless you know, those restrictions have loosened since every year previous, or if it is oversight. Stay tuned on that. Okay, when you click this link here, again, I'll have the link in the description. It takes you to this form here where you will make your submission for the Design a Cosmetic contest. First, they're going to ask you what language you want your forms in. I'm going to go ahead and go with English, and it tells you that there's just under 20 days for you to get your entry in. So we're going to click on English, and here are the 4 different categories. Welcome to the Dead by Daylight Design a Cosmetic 2025 Community Contest. Please select the category you would like to submit your entry for. So here are your 4 categories: Survivor Outfit, Killer Outfit, Badge, or Banner. Now, people always ask me this: can you do multiple submissions? You can do multiple submissions, but not for the same category. So for example, you could submit an idea for a Survivor outfit and a Killer outfit, but you could not submit 2 Survivor outfits. So you can submit 4 entries here as long as it's only 1 per category. Does that make sense? Okay, just for the sake of going over the rules, I'm going to go ahead and select Survivor outfit. Design a Cosmetic contest Survivor outfit. Bring your dream outfit to life. Submit your design for the Survivor outfit here. The 4 winning designs will be turned into real-life outfits in the game and released in the free track of the Rift in the later updates. We're looking for a very rare Survivor outfit, so your design should ideally have lots of detail, clearly defined accessories, stand out from outfits that said character already has, fit the character's lore and personality, not alter the character's body, and the winning outfit cannot be a linked set. So be sure to avoid having connecting cosmetic pieces. For example, a hoodie with the hood up, a dress that cannot be split between the torso and the legs, etc. And have an original idea for said character. What to avoid? To ensure a fair and diverse selection of winners, we're temporarily pausing submissions for survivors who won last year. Oh, that's interesting information. Please refrain from submitting designs for the following survivors: Sable Ward. Well, there goes the contest. Jake Park and Adam Francis. Avoid over-sexualization in the pieces of the outfit, and please don't overuse VFX in your design, as this may be deemed too complex or high rarity of the rarity we're aiming for, and established DBD brand themes, visuals, and style that would fit cosmetics from existing events and collections. So don't make like a, you know, a Blood Moon outfit, right? Don't create your own version of Chrysalis or Guardians and Shadows cosmetics, or another existing DVD collection. So something that would stand apart from an existing collection. Avoid sensitive elements related to culture, religion, and notable real-life events. No self-references, DBD logo, other characters, as well as references to DBD devs' creations, or dark colors that will give characters an advantage in hiding or dark maps. Got it. No, like, pay to win, even though they would be free. And no licensed content, including real-life brands or any copyrighted protected visuals. So it's only going to be characters that Dead by Daylight created themselves, not intellectual properties that are owned by other movies, video games, television shows, etc. It has to be original characters that Dead by Daylight created. So you can't make anything for Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, etc. Nothing like that. Prize, a promo code for 25,000 Auric cells, an estimated $200 US value, and your creation turned into a cosmetic in the game. Timeline, submissions will be accepted from today until July 24th. The list of finalists will be announced alongside the community voting page and the finalist chosen name or nickname on Twitter by August 29th, 2025. Okay, so we're going to have another voting period with the finalists. I like that the community is doing that. Community voting will be from August 29th until September the 5th, and 4 winners for each category will be determined by September the 15th. And winners will be contacted by email within 7 days of community voting closing, and the winning entries will be announced by September 15th on Twitter, alongside the winner's chosen name or nickname. Eligibility, we went over that for the countries here. Participants must also be 18 years old or older, and no purchases necessary. The 4 winners will be notified by email within 30 days after the contest end date, and will have to sign and return a release form to be declared the winner. Please make sure that you have the correct email in when you make your submission, because that was an issue last year. Introducing the Dev Team Pick. Sometimes we come across amazing cosmetics that didn't make it into the final selection. And with the Dev Team Pick, we may reach out to those talented artists to explore special collaboration opportunities beyond the contest. That is what happened with the Hattie Dev Team Pick last year. How to enter. Fill out the information needed, uploaded the files, only images are accepted, and click the submit button. Conditions. Entrant must submit an image of their art. The art must be Dead by Daylight related. Use of other brands' copyright and paying someone commissioning them to create the artwork will lead to your disqualification. Use of AI tools in creating the submission will also lead to disqualification. Submitting designs for the following characters will lead to disqualification. Sable, Jake, and Adam, because, as they said before, they won last year. Only original Dead by Daylight characters released at the time of the start of the contest will be accepted into the contest. Use of characters from other franchises will lead to disqualification. Entrants agree that if they are selected to be a finalist, their submission and their chosen name or nickname will be displayed publicly and subject to community voting. Entrants may not participate in the community voting. Ooh, you can't vote for yourself. Interesting. 10 finalists will be selected by a panel of judges from behavior, which will be composed of competent professionals in the video game industry based on the following criteria: originality and execution. The 4 finalists who receive the highest number of community votes will be declared the winners. If we do not receive a response from the finalist or winner within the time frame specified in the initial message from us, their position will be offered to the next eligible entrant, either based on vote count or the judge's decision. Finalists are asked not to publicly announce their selection prior to the start of community voting. Failure to comply may result in disqualification. Entrants must reside in one of the countries eligible for participation. Behavior may request additional proof of residency, and failure to provide such proof will result in disqualification. Here's my light bill. I live here. All right. Violation of the conditions will lead to disqualification. Only one submission by an entrant is allowed. Again, that's per category, right? So you could do a survivor entry and a killer entry, not 2 survivor entries. You will need to be able to prove that the work you submit is your own. For example, work in progress screenshots, the original PSD file, and time-lapse video. We ask you to provide a link to at least one of your social media accounts so we can reach out to you in case there is no response to the email. All right, and then here are the things you're doing. You're putting the name of your character, the name of your design, description of your design, your country, your name, email, preferred display nickname, social media link, and then you're going to submit your entry files here in JPEG or PNG format here. And I've read the rules, and I have read and agreed to the privacy policy. Submit. Okay, so now we want to click Killer just to see if anything's different. I'm assuming all the rules will be the same, but this will tell us who won for Killer last year. Wait a minute, so they're doing 4 winners per category. Last year they did 3, right? Must be 3 because it says the Dredge, the Unknown, and the Singularity. And for Survivors, it was Sable, Adam, and Jake. Wow, so they're going to have 16 winners this year. Cool. Okay, so no Dredge, no Unknown, no Singularity. You have to pick other designs. Everything else seems to be standardized as the same here for these rules. Okay, badge and banner are going to be a little different with their description of what they're looking for, and you know, there's no possibility of repeats because these aren't necessarily character related. So let's see what they say here for badges. Ever wanted to leave your mark? Submit your design for a badge here. The 4 winning designs will be turned into real life badges in the game and released in the free track of the Rift and later update. We're looking for a very rare badge, so your design should ideally be complex artwork with dual color gradient background, and icon can be multicolored. The icon should have flat cell shading with some hatching and no outer strokes. I'm hoping you artistic people know what this means. I'm just reading the words. Have the icon placed in the center inside the black border with part of the background visible, and the concept should fill the inner borders of the template to represent the final look. It would have in the in-game. Then they give an example here. Ah, gotcha. Okay, what to avoid. Establish DVD brand themes, visuals, and styles that would fit cosmetics from existing events and collections. Don't create your own version of Bone Chill or Haunted by Daylight cosmetics or another existing collection. Sensitive elements. Okay, so these are the same self-references. Okay. Same prizes, same rules, same submission. And finally, the last category is banner. I'm assuming this is going to be very similar to the badge description here. We're looking for a very rare banner, so your design should ideally be detailed artwork, styled like painting. Colors can be more saturated. Important details should be on the right top corner of the banner. Other areas could be covered by the badge or other player information. And darker color palette and limited range of colors. The concept should fill the dark section of the template to represent the final look it would have in game. And then they give us an example here again. So you want all your stuff basically in this top corner because everything is going to get faded out, or my badge is going to be like right in this section here. So heavily on the right hand side, I would say. And then the things to avoid look to be the same as the restrictions for the badges, same prizes, same country restrictions, etc., etc. here. All right. That's what you got for the 4 different categories of the contest here. Survivor, Killer, Badge, and Banner. Okay, so there you have it. Those are your 4 categories and the rules for the design and cosmetic contest. You have over 19 days to get this done. Sharpen your pencils, wet your brushes, charge your art pads, whatever it is you artists do. But get out there and get it going. Good luck to everybody who enters. Look forward to seeing the finalists. We'll do a follow-up video when the finalists are announced and the vote and everything is all public. So looking forward to this. This is a fan favorite event every year. So I'm always very excited to see the creative things that the community comes up with. But that's all I have for you today. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate the time you spend here with me on my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as it helps the channel a ton. Don't forget to take care of each other in and out of the fog, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life.